You're welcome back. Civil society organizations with interest in the environment are calling for the establishment of conservation areas at the yet-to-be-established Petroleum Hub in the Western region. Speaking at a meeting on environmental governance on the oil and gas sector in Takoradi, the Natural Resources Governance Coordinator of the Friends of the Nation group, Solomon Kusi Ampofo, says the vast nature of the Petroleum Hub project will definitely have serious impacts on the environment, hence the call. Our Western Regional Correspondent Annim has more from Takoradi.
The $60 billion Petroleum Hub to be established at Bonyere in the Bonyere district of the Western region will have, among others, 4 refineries with each having 150,000 barrels per day capacity, 2 oil jetties, oil storage facilities, and tank farms. With the Petroleum Hub expected to cover an area of 20,000 acres, calls for environmental impact measures is considered timely. Speaking to City Business News at a Friends of the Nation organized meeting on environmental governance in Ghana's oil and gas sector in collaboration with Center for Public Interest Law and Oxfam in Ghana with support from Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation, the Natural Resource Governance Coordinator for the Friends of the Nation emphasized the need for key environmental measures.
As civil society advocates, we believe that the establishment of the Petroleum Hub has its own social and environmental consequences. If you look at it, it covers a huge area, and that we should be mindful because those areas are well endowed with a lot of biodiversity, including wetlands, including forestry, and other marine resources. It's important that as we continue to develop these areas, we have conservation measures to reserve some of these areas, to protect the wetlands, to protect the green environment, so that posterity can also benefit from the ecosystem. We also believe that the social and environmental consequences should be critically looked at. Already, we are having a lot of social consequences in terms of the oil and gas industry.
Solomon Kusi Ampofo also warned against a repeat of the social impact challenges the Atuabo Gas processing plant suffered.
We should also make sure that there is well-established monitoring mechanisms with the involvement of civil society and also the communities to be continuously to monitor some of these consequences that might arise. And we must also draw lessons from what we are already experiencing. So, for example, the establishment of the gas processing plant has come up with, in Atuabo, has come up with own social and environmental consequences. The processes for which we even started in terms of gauging communities, in terms of land acquisition, and also the establishment of the environmental safeguards were weak at that time. We need to strengthen this. We need to make sure that we have fully engaged the landowners and whoever has interest on the land, and that there have been adequate and prompt compensation for these people.
A deputy director at the Western Regional Environmental Protection Agency, Kojo Opoku Mensah, in a response to City Business News, such proposals are key to the project and assure the EPA is already taking steps to address such issues.
The environment is a key component of our lives, and the Petroleum Hub is going to occupy an important aspect of Bonyere district and the country as a whole. So what the institution is doing is to ensure that there's a strategic environmental assessment. The strategic environmental assessment is to look at the comprehensive view of the entire area and look at the key components that make up the project area. So what is going to be done, or what has been done currently, is to evaluate the areas of high conservation values, areas that could help the socio-cultural aspect of the community in terms of water, in terms of biodiversity that is important. So those aspects are being captured as part of the strategic environmental assessment, and to guide other assessment that is going to take place. Let's take note that the strategic environmental assessment is for the entire plan in terms of the Petroleum Hub.
Even before the first block is laid for the Petroleum Hub, some grassroots discussions with stakeholders is actually taking place here to ensure that key issues of the environment and social impact are taken care of. For City Business News, I'm Annim.
Takrady.